So Boswell didn't use prevailing,
Correct.
is that right? And then these guys are, wow.
Can I just see CT Mills and the next lowest?
What? Nothing there, huh?
It's just a chase and well. Okay, thank you.
No yellow cards though, no pickup inside. So,
Were we required to have an engineer to do this?
how much did the
Yes.
well
Department
proposal?
of Health said we had to have an engineer. That was it, yes.
Okay.
Oh, Department of Health.
Yeah.
Can they give us, can the Department of Health give us $23,000?
So,
The engineer.
not even to dig the well. So I don't know if we need to rebid this.
$23,850.
If we have just one bid, I think we need to like kind of sort of rescope it. And like review, because that's a lot of money.
Maybe we could find out from the health department,
Like why?
what exactly do we need?
Mhm.
Maybe we can trim the scope of the engineering down, maybe just
Like we
I
don't.
mean,
need
the
a
Board of
survey.
Health would only be concerned about where you're drilling the well versus where the septic system is. Probably. I mean, Mary could do that.
Water
Good.
treatment design, system design, like the New York State Department of Health, submittal. So this is more than digging a well, right?
Yeah, well,
Well, the two RFPs also
yeah,
that go with it. But I can't imagine that them writing up an RFP is changing
So
that price that much.
Collier's engineer will prepare a topographic survey of a portion of town park located. Do we need that?
I don't know, we have a survey of the park. I don't know if we have a topo survey or not, but we do have a survey of the park.
Mary, did you find anything outstanding with this?
I was just looking to see if they included hourly wages for their employees. We might not, the bid might not have been written that we asked for it. Um,
But we at least need to have prevailing, right?
Yeah,
Which they say
they're doing.
they're doing.
Yeah, my concern is that they're considerably, there's several that are, I'm just afraid that they've missed something in the proposal, and they're gonna bill us for all the work.
The only thing is that, like, I reviewed the RFP and what they're asking for in the RFP that Collier's
Yeah. So it's,
gave. It's like you go down
and that's what I
yes,
wanted Kathleen to
okay,
do,
yes, like we both did that.
Okay.
We went, like,
Yep.
okay, yes, okay, yes, okay.
So we're not gonna authorize them to do any extra
If
work.
we
No.
try those,
No,
if we make a
no,
shut off.
you
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
just
so
right.
they have to do the full job with.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was saying that it's gonna cost us just as much money.
you know, I'm terrible when it comes to plumbing, but it just seems to me that this second well, I mean, Louis Spagnola says, oh, you really should have a second well. But seems to me that we could tee off the well that we have there now and drain everything else in the winter and
Mhm.
have that well pump the water up to the,
Mhm.
There was question on how deep the existing pipes were, right?
yeah, but I mean, we could get the village back, the town backhoe up there and just dig it up. I mean, you're talking, what, 60 feet of pipe,
Mhm.
you know? I mean, to pipe it up there, it's already there, but we don't know how deep it is
Right.
and how old it is.
Mhm.
Is there enough water?
It seems to be enough water. We've never had a water problem at the town park. We only have one bathroom in the kitchen. We may put a second one in at some
Mhm.
point up there. We have what, how many toilets in the town park? 10,
Mhm.
you know, and urinals and sinks and
And have we
the
been,
water runs all the time up there.
okay, so this new well, we were gonna do what with it?
It was just going to be for the building, so that when we shut off the part of the bathrooms that the beach uses, then we can have our own.
Well, we shut off the water to the whole park and drain it. We could leave the water on at the camp building and use it year round.
But I don't know why we can't, like, if there's water feeding the whole complex, right, from the one well. So if you want to shut off half of it, can't we just put valves on the existing piping and shut it off?
I
And then,
believe that he said it was just as expensive to do that as it was for a new well, right?
I
No.
don't believe that. I'm
I
sorry.
don't either.
I don't
I
believe that
think,
at all.
I think what we need to do is, I mean, this is ridiculous
Yeah, we-
amount of money.
We can't do it.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
for what
but
we
the well
have,
came in at how much roughly, did he
30.
say?
For the well drilling?
Yeah,
Yeah, 30.
so 30
30
grand,
plus
it's $50,000.
$60,000.
I mean, I'll dig it myself by hand and put a new pipe in.
But what I'm trying to say is here again, you know, to shut water off, put in a valve, this side is closed, this side is open, is not going to cost $60,000.
No, well, the only thing that we're worried about is that when the line that goes from the present well to the camp building, it could be 1 foot under the ground.
Okay,
So it would have to be dug up and replaced 4 feet under the ground, so it doesn't freeze.
Okay.
But
So-
still, it's just
so wait a
replacing
second.
a line.
Okay, so the camp building, is that going to be on in the winter anyway?
Yeah.
It is. We want that to be on in the
That's
winter.
gonna be senior programs
Okay.
and preschool.
So,
Okay.
so Joe, the other thing that goes with it is you're gonna have to put a separate water tank in that building which we have room for.
Mhm,
The electric to it,
mhm.
so that when it calls for water, it turns the well on. So you get there's some electrical component to it too.
That's not included in this, just the design of it is.
No,
but
no.
not the-
Yeah,
Well, not the cost of it,
Right.
just the design of it.
no, but the cost of it was in the one from, you know,
Right,
30.
right. So there's a little more to it than there might be, but it's not gonna be $50,000. There's no
Mhm.
way.
Mhm.
And I think what I'll do is I should go see Lou Spagnola. He'll draw me a diagram of the
Mhm.
whole shebang, since he knows it by heart.
Mhm.
And we'll figure out
Mhm.
how to rebid this
Okay,
at the right, you know.
okay.
So we're talking, go ahead, I'm sorry, Joe.
So for the agenda, we're going to do the Killen Road and we're going to do the well. And what was there, another item?
Yes.
Jonathan.
Hiring,
Oh, okay.
right.
So are we waiting for Leslie?
Well, we can start
Okay.
the other parts
Okay,
without Leslie being
Okay.
here. Yeah.
She may have just come in, I'm not sure. Somebody pulled in.
So you're talking, Bob, rather than doing a well, just using our existing well and,
Well, at least we should do a little more research into it. Well, number one, we only got one bid on this, and then we still have to put out the bid for the well. So I think we should at least explore the cost of
Reconfiguration to utilize the same
reconfiguration
well.
using the existing well.
I think that's appropriate.
Yeah. And I gotta tell you, that well must be a good well, because we have, I mean, at the end of the year, before they shut the water off, there was a line that was broken. I don't know how long that water was running. It could have been days and weeks. You
What-
know, the lawnmower guy looks like he hit it.
What is this number
You know,
for?
I didn't know he hit it.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
for, this is the Killer
Louis
Road.
fixed
I remember.
something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, no wonder.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Guys, I'm late. Barbecue Road and my driveway. It's like a war zone. I mean, so many trees down.
That's like
know.
a different part of the world up there.
I tell you, honestly, it is. I think we have another 6 inches of snow
Yeah.
at my house than we do here. I just noticed,
Wow.
but
I'm sure.
the plow guy couldn't get in. Central Hudson is still there, like manning the road because they're alive
Right on your,
wires.
yeah, right on that corner there.
Yeah, so they have, there's there, and then right at the bottom of my driveway, they're there. And so last night, they were still working on it. It's nothing like having 3 kids at home in a snowstorm.
Yeah,
No
right.
internet. Yeah. Anyway,
What about snow tubes?
I know, exactly. No, I know,
Shovels.
but last night, like all these branches were falling. Like we have a lot. It was definitely like not going outside. Like we went down to the barn to feed the animals, but that was,
Do you have a generator?
yes, we've got a generator,
Good
thank
thing.
God. But, so we have heat and all that jazz. But anyway,
Those
sorry.
white pines in my backyard, they were snapping right now.
Oh, I know,
Well, at
that's,
least it's still
yeah.
without power up
So
there.
I have to go back to work as soon as possible.
Okay,
so-
Oh,
so-
really?
sorry,
Up
guys.
up in
Yeah.
44?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you guys. You were in the
It's
middle of
okay.
something. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So what do we want to get started with? Do we want to get started with the Killen Road?
Yeah. why
Okay,
not?
is that good?
Sure.
Okay, so Kathleen Velletri and I went through the proposals for the Killen Road surveying. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 engineers, 6 quotes came in. The top one, Collier's Engineering, is $77,180. And the lowest bid is Boswell Engineering at $40,900, okay? Unfortunately, Boswell Engineering is not paying prevailing wage, so we had to not use that bid. And then the second lowest bidder, CT Mao Associates, came in at $52,625. So going down our request for proposal and what we required and going through CT Malley's proposal, they meet our requirements. So it is my recommendation that we go with the second lowest bid at $52,625, CT Malley Associates. We have an office in Poughkeepsie.
One quick question. Is the low bidder a single proprietor?
Not from, no,
Boswell?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if he was, then he doesn't have to use prevailing
Right.
wage.
Yep. So,
Like if he was, just a surveyor by himself
Yes.
and no help.
right. But yeah, no. Yeah. So, okay.
I'm good with it.
So I make a motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. Okay,
Yeah, this is a survey we need to do no matter what.
no matter
Yeah.
what,
Right.
absolutely,
Thanks, Joe, for doing all
no
that.
problem. Okay. And then,
next item is the appointment of a caretaker or maintenance person for the town in the park. And
Somebody wanna,
But you did the
Well,
interviews, right?
yeah.
You and
Well, why
Danielle?
don't you, everybody knows, we had
We
3,
interviewed 3 people for it, and they were all great, but the one that we chose has a lot of experience in construction, some in electrical and plumbing. We think that he would be a very good fit for the town to have him as our maintenance person.
Great.
Is he in agreement of how much we want to?
He absolutely
He is, okay.
I didn't ask you that, but we did talk to him.
Okay.
And when can he start? When do you envision him?
He needs to give 2 weeks at his current position.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna take him and walk him through the whole place before he signs on the dotted line to make sure that he knows.
Has he called you?
Not yet, no.
He's probably waiting for this to happen.
Yeah,
We need a motion to hire him, right?
I'll make a
Jonathan
motion.
Ialongo.
Second to that motion?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I'll just put down that I recuse myself. He's a relative.
Oh, okay.
And he's a Millbrook boy.
And I didn't have anything to do with the interviews either. I was completely out of it.
2 of them were
Hmm.
graduates of the Yellow Festival.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
Mhm.
the guy that was kind of second was a real nice guy. He was in school maintenance,
Mhm.
mostly janitorial. He's got 35 years with the state
Mhm.
as it is now. The second guy, and real energetic, real nice personality. Don't know if he'd be out there weed whacking when it's 80 degrees though.
What else was there?
And then you just want to say what we're doing about the well.
Well,
right.
We only received one bid.
we only received one bid, and this is grant money we're talking about, right?
That does not cover, it is not covered under grant.
None of this is covered under grant. Okay. So we're gonna research, because it's so exorbitant, and we got, just the engineering thing was $23,000.
Wow.
Mhm.
And a well is gonna be $30,000 with all the tanks and everything else. So
Mhm.
we're gonna see, I'm gonna do the research and find out roughly what it's gonna cost us to go out to bid to use our existing well, so we can shut off the part of the park that we don't use in the winter.
So
And
at any time
pump the
in the
water.
future, like in the next couple of weeks or days, can we go up and make a site visit so I can have an understanding of,
anytime, Joe,
yeah.
you
so
tell
I'll
me
give you a
when you're
shout.
available and I'll go with you.
I'll
show
give you
you.
a shout.
I
because it
kind of know where everything,
seems
I mean,
that
I
it
know
would
where the
be-
existing well is. I know where the valves
Yeah.
are. I know where the tanks
Yeah.
are. And I kind of know where the line
Yeah,
goes.
so I would like to have that in my mind.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
And then maybe if I can get Louis to call me back
Mhm.
and he agrees to sit down with us, maybe if you're free, you could sit down with me
Yes.
and Louis Magnolia.
Yeah.
Because he knows where every little thing is
Mhm.
up there. The only thing he doesn't know is how deep the line is.
Mhm.
Because that line from the existing well to the camp building is from like the 40s. In other words, it wasn't replaced. There was water up to that building even before it was that building. In other words, it used to be just a changing rooms and bathrooms were up on that hill. And Gary probably remembers. Remember, it was just there was a boys' side and a girls' side, and the chlorine tank was in
Mhm.
the middle. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
so that water line's been there, and when we redid the building, they just hooked it up to the
Mhm.
one bathroom that's up there now in the kitchen. So nobody knows, or probably can remember where it is, how deep it is, because it was drained every year.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
we may have to do some exploration of that. But even if we had to run a new line
Mhm.
and just valve it and put a new water tank up there with,
Mhm.
you know,
Okay.
and I can't imagine, you know, a tank here and a tank here that draws off the same well. This one you shut off, and this one you turn on in the winter, you know, so
Just make the line deeper.
I'm not sure why you would even need a new tank if you have one line or maybe another line coming from the
No,
same
but that
tank.
won't be in the heated building. Those tanks are in the concession building,
Okay.
water tanks,
Okay,
and we don't plan on heating that in the wintertime. Well, we have no
Well,
means
would
of
it-
heating that.
well, we could have means if it would be less than $60,000. Okay, so but
Yeah.
things to think about.
Absolutely.
I also have to find out more information, but have you heard that Stanford got $2 million for to redo their rec?
Is that what they fundraised for?
No, they got $2 million from the state. Someone told me last week.
I didn't hear that.
Here.
I don't know under what. I said, oh, you mean the fundraiser? They said, no. And this is someone who's running
Wow.
for
Find out
County
where that came
Ledge
from.
in Pine Plains. And lives, well, Pine Plains and Stanford. He lives in Stanford.
I wonder if they're,
So is there anything else on the?
No. I'm
We're
sorry.
done.
that you guys
Okay.
could have started without
I,
me.
Go ahead,
I
Tom.
have to go back to work.
Motion to close?
No,
Okay.
you don't have to close, but
Okay.
I just need to go. If
Okay.
that's okay?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
See you, Joe.
Um,
Thank you.
All right.
So I'm going to find
So-
out more
everybody.
about that. I don't know
Let me
how
know when
that,
you're
Be in
available.
touch, Bob. All right.
right?
Thanks.
I don't know. Anyway, I wonder if we get the, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get,
when we were talking to Tammy about funding, it depends on, if they're low-income people living.
well, because the CDBG grant is a federal grant, so that's why, that's the criteria is it has to be for low-income individuals, which we don't qualify. Washington doesn't. I think only
Right.
some parts of Dover do, but people that are senior citizens or people that are handicapped automatically are in that category.
Right, is that what the grant,
Yes, so that's why we have,
so that's what they got the $2 million from?
no, they got a $2 million from the state to redo the entire thing, like tennis courts and the whole thing there.
I'll,
So I'm gonna find out more. I just didn't know if you haven't heard that, then maybe this person is mistaken and I'm gonna do,
I'll email, Rose.
oh yeah,
I'll email the
yeah,
clerk.
let's find out what's
Yeah.
going, yeah. Let's find out what's going on over there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Rita Mary.
I
Um,
know who's the contact person.
I mean, they're definitely fundraising, and we should definitely do that. Once we figure out what it would cost to do what we want to do there, whether it's redo the basketball, whatever it is, I'm confident we can, raise the money. And maybe part of it has to be this piece, if we need to raise money for this as part of that whole, if we do get the rest of the grant.
When we get this.
Right, when we get the rest of the grant, you're right. We need to
Well,
be
the wish
thinking
list
that
is
way.
big up there, so I mean,
Mhm.
we could fill a whole notebook of things we'd like to do.
Oh, sure.